गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजम् ब्रह्मणाम् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परम् ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वरियमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षम् ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षम् ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतम् वदिष्यामि सत्यम् वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Dear friends, we have come to the end of the Bhruguvalli, that is the last part of Taittiriya Upanishad. Bhruguvalli, the 10th Anuvaka, which is the last Anuvaka of Bhruguvalli. We are reading the Bhashyam, and in this class we will complete the Bhashyam too, and maybe in the next class we will do a summary of the whole Upanishad. So today, in fact, in the last class, we were seeing how this Jnani, a realized person, one who has realized that oneness with Brahman, what sort of change he has undergone, a change in perspective. He has not physically changed, he is the same gentleman, staying, say maybe with his wife, family, or maybe he is a sannyasi, whatever it is, but then he has undergone a total change in his perspective. So he, in his case, the Shruti is saying, Kamanni Kamarupyanu Sancharan. He is there present in all lokas. That means he knows the reality of all the lokas. He knows what exactly the substance, what is the reality of these lokas. And then Sarvatmana iman lokan atmatvena anubhavan. Sarvatmana, because he is the self of all, because he realizes that his self is one with the Brahman, and then he is the self of all, and all the lokas are not different from him. So with that realization, he knows what are all the limitations of those lokas, etc. And then etat samagayan naste, and then he sings that samaganam. Gana not necessarily means geetam, singing, and there is a tune and all that orchestra and whatnot. You remember, you know the word Gita also? Gita means whatever has been very succinctly and effectively conveyed. Atma Tattvam, wherever it is effectively conveyed, that is called Gita. Gita not necessarily means singing. Gai Shabde, because basically that root actually means to make some sound, actually. Literally it means making sound. So that is what Shankaracharya also says. He says, Sarvananya Rupam Gayan. Gayan means Shabdayan. He is sounding it. Gita does not mean he is singing. So similarly, Sama Gayan Naste, he is not singing actually. He is Khyapayan. That is the Shabdayan Atmaikatvam Prakhyapayan. He is announcing to the whole world. He is telling the whole world. For what? Lokanugrahartham. In order to benefit the people, for the benefit of the people, so that people can know and then realize what exactly is this Atman. And then in what is he saying about it? Tad vijnana phalam cha ativa krutarthatvam. That is the greatest fulfillment in life. Someone may achieve a particular status and then he may feel fulfilled. And then some other man is not satisfied with that, and then he wants to go into a higher position. From his point of view, that is fulfillment. So like that, somebody wants to become the Prime Minister. He thinks that is the fulfillment. It is not fulfillment. So from Atma Jnani's point of view, all these are not fulfillment. Fulfillment or Krutarthatvam. Krutartha means Krutarthaha. Krutam artham yena. So Krutarthaha. There is nothing further for him to achieve. He has realized the greatest thing. So there is nothing further to achieve. So it is that Krutarthatvam. That is the highest level of fulfillment. So that thing he has achieved, and then that Vijnana Phalam Prakhyapayan. He is declaring to everyone, yes, this is the highest thing. He is declaring in that way. Gayan Aste Tishtati. We read all that. Katham. Then he says ha, vu, and all that. Havu is nothing but there is aho. Aho, when it is say sung, aho, 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 it becomes havu, havu. That is how Sayanacharya was explaining. So aho ityedasmin arthe atyanta vismaya khyapanartham. In order to explain that this Atma Jnana is something which is, the realization is something which is fantastic. It is something which is, say, surprising to him. It gives a great surprise. What is that great surprise? Kah punarasau vismayaha. What is that great surprise? We read this line in the last class. Advaita Atma Niranjanopi san. Though this Advaita Atma, this non-dual self is something which is Niranjanaha. I explained the word Niranjana. Anjana means some black paste which usually apply to either say eyebrows or some say anjanam. You must have seen this anjanam. Eyebrows people they do apply, and then some people they also use it to divine certain things. Divine means guessing. Suppose there is some theft somewhere. So they apply some anjanam somewhere, and then somebody chants a mantra, and then says, okay, you close your eyes and then see where the thief has gone. So that sort of thing is anjanam. Anjanam is something which sticks, something which gets attached. So here Niranjana means something which is not attached to anything. This Papa Lepa, Punya Lepa, that Lepa also, that word you have seen.
Yeah.
That Papa Lepa or Punya Lepa, it has no attachment either with any karma or karma phala. So that is what is Niranjana. So that Niranjana Atma, Niranjanopisan, then Ahameva Annamanadasya. This non-dual self which is of the nature of Chit Swarupa, it is appearing in the shape of Annam and Annada. That is the greatest surprise. Niranjana Atma, he is taking a body. Annam does not mean food alone. Annam means all these Panchabhutas are Annam. All the derivatives of the Panchabhutas, the Karyam of all the Panchabhutas, all of us, we are all Annam. And we are also Annada. So this consciousness or Chaitanya Suddha Chit Swarupa, which is called Brahma, he is appearing as all this. So that is the Ashcharyam. Aho ahamannam ahamannam. So that is where we stopped. Ahameva annam annadascha. Then let us read. Kincha ahameva shlokakrut.
Kincha ahameva shlokakrut.
Shloko nama Anna annadayoha sanghataha tasya karta chetanavan. Kincha, moreover, ahameva shlokakrut. I am this shlokakrut. I am the maker of this shloka. Shloka means, you know what is a shloka. Normally, what is the normal meaning of shloka? Shloka means a verse. Tapaswadhyayana tapasi vivagvidamvaram ar shuklam baradharam vishtum shashivarnam chatru. These are all shloka. What is a shloka? Some words are put together, some words are assembled in a very beautiful way in order to give a good meaning, isn't it? Good or whatever is a meaning, in order to give a very coherent meaning. So that is a shloka. Shloka means a collection, a combination. In fact, the root meaning, if I saw the dictionary for that etymological meaning is shlokru sanghate. Sanghata is an assembly, sanghata. What is this? Karyakarana Sanghata. The body is called Karyakarana Sanghata. It is an assemblage of this body, mind, senses, etc. So that is a Sanghata, assemblage. So Shlokru, the meaning of this word Shlokru is the root, not word, the root, dhatu, is Sanghate, that is in the sense of assembling. So Shloka is something which is assembled. Shloka is something which is assembled, which has certain things have been brought together. So here, what are the two things which are brought together? There are two things, that is Anna and Annada. So the whole universe is appearing in the form of Anna, Annada. So this is a sort of paradigm. In this paradigm, we can examine the whole universe, Anna and Annada. So this is Shloko Nama Anna Annadayo Sanghataha. Then who is the cause for this Sanghata? The cause for this Sanghata is nothing but Atma only. Tasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. Atma, this Chit, that itself is the cause for this Sanghata, isn't it? So Anna Annadayo Sanghataha Tasya Karta Chetanavan. You see, if there is a car, the maker of a car is a Chetanavan, an intelligent being. Chetanavan means an intelligent being. So I am that intelligent being. I am that Chit Swarupa. I am that Sat and Chit. And we also know that this Satta, Spuranam and Ananda, Sattu, Chitta, Ananda, these three are the aspects of Brahman, and name and form are the aspects of Jagat, isn't it? Yeah. Sat, Chit and Ananda, they are in the Jagat, but then they are the aspects relating to Brahman, pure Sat, pure Chit and pure Ananda. And then the names and forms which are associated with that Sachidananda is the Jagat. So Sanghataha, Tasya Karta Chetanavan. Then Annasyaiva Pararthasya
अन्नस्यैव परार्थस्य
Annadarthasya Sataha
अन्नादार्थस्य सतः
Anekatmakasya
अनेकात्मकस्य
Pararthyena Hetuna Sanghata Krut.
पारार्थ्येन हेतुना संघातकृत्
Annasya, or you can also say this way, Annasya Eva Pararthasya. Annam is Parartham, so that is the meaning. Annasya Pararthasya is Shashti, Annam Parartham, that is, Annam not merely means food. Annam is the whole Panchabhuta, the whole Jagat, is a Sanghata which is there for somebody else. That is, who is that somebody else? That is the Jiva, who is the Bhokta. Annasya Pararthasya, Annadarthasya Sataha. It is for the sake of Annada. Annadarthaha is for the sake of Annada, isn't it? Annadarthasya Sataha, though it is like that. Anekatmakasya, this Anekatmakasya applies to Annasya. Annasya, Anekatmakasya, Pararthasya, Annadarthasya. That is the meaning. Then, Pararthyena Hetuna, Sanghata Krut. Pararthyena Hetuna means because it is for the sake of somebody else. Because it is Parartha. Parartha means for the sake of somebody else. Parasya Artham Parartham. For that reason, I am the Sanghata Krut. Pararthyena Hetuna. This Sanghata, it doesn't function on its own. There is somebody, some Chetanavan who has to be present in this body-mind complex in order to drive, to illumine this body-mind complex, isn't it? So that is it. I am that Sanghata Krut. Then Triruktihi Vismaya Khyapanartha.
त्रिरुक्तिः विस्मयख्यापनार्था.
And in all traditions, Triruktihi means three times, saying it three times. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. That is one sense. Maybe some other sense also, Triruktihi. Then Adhyatmika, Adi, Bhautika, Adi, Daivika, we see in Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So like that, and even we see it in other traditions also, like Muslims, they say talak, talak, talak 3 times. So, Manasa, Vacha, Karmana, maybe that may be the same meaning there, we do not know. So, Triruktihi, Vismaya Khyapanartha. This is, oh, Aham Shloka Krut, Aham Shloka Krut, Aham Shloka Krut. Oh, I am this Atma, this non-dual, Chit. He is responsible for this, this whole Jagat, for appearing as the whole Jagat. So, this non-dual self, suddenly it develops the notion of I, that the emergence of the notion of I in that pure consciousness is what is Hiranyagarbha, isn't it? That I, from that I, all these things manifest, and then all this Akasha, Vayu, etc., all these things manifest, and the body-mind complex manifests. So this is what we see in Vedanta, in Advaita. So, Vismaya Khyapanartha, this Triruktihi is for the purpose of explaining, indicating Vismaya, that utter surprise. He is totally surprised. Then Aham Asmi Bhavami
अहमस्मि भवामि
Prathamajaha Prathamajaha Prathamotpannaha.
प्रथमजः प्रथमोत्पन्नः.
So this is the line for Aham Asmi Prathamaja Rutasya. So and also Rutasya also we have to see. Rutasya
ऋतस्य
Satyasya Murta Murtasya Asya Jagataha
सत्यस्य मूर्तस्य
Asya Jagataha. So up to that point is Ahamasmi Prathamaja Rutasya. Up to that point is that line. So Ahamasmi, I am what? Prathamajaha. That is Prathamajaha. That is the firstborn. And who is this firstborn? That is that Hiranyagarbha. The first notion of I in that consciousness is that Hiranyagarbha. So Prathamotpannaha, that notion, that Aham is that thing. Then what is this Rutam? Rutasya Aham Prathamajaha. Then Rutam. What is this Rutam? Rutasya Satyasya. And Satyam, the meaning of Satyam is explained in some other Upanishad. Satya Tyacha. No, here itself we have seen. Satya Tyacha Bhavatu, we have seen it. Satya Tyacha. Sat is Murtam. Tyat is Amurtam. Murta is something which has form. Amurta is that which doesn't have a form. Out of the 5 elements, 3 elements they do have form. Earth, water and fire. The other 2 elements, they don't, air and space, they don't have form. So this is Sat and the other 2 things are Tyat. Satcha Tyacha Murta Amurtasya Asya Jagataha, of this world, of this whole universe, I am the Prathamaja. For this whole world also, compared to this also, I am the Prathamaja. That is, from that only all this thing has come out. Then then the next line is Purvam Devebhyo Amrutasya Nabhayi. So that line we are seeing now. Devebhyascha
देवेभ्यश्च
Purvam Amrutasya Nabhihi.
पूर्वम् अमृतस्य
Devebhyascha Purvam Amrutasya Nabhihi.
देवेभ्यश्च पूर्वम् अमृतस्य नाभिः
Amrutatvasya Nabhihi Madhyam
अमृतत्वस्य नाभिः मध्यम्
Matsamstham Amrutatvam Praninam Ityarthaha.
मत्संस्थम् अमृतत्वम् प्राणिनाम् इत्यर्थः.
Okay, Amrutasya Nabhayi. Nabhayi is Nabhi. Nabhi means, in the case of humans, it is called a navel. We know navel. Navel is the same as a Nabhi. Again, cognate words. Nabhi, say, Chakrasya Nabhihi. Arai Varathanabhau. We saw in Kathopanishad, that is, there is a wheel, and the center of the wheel, into which all the spokes, they are all, say, assembled. So, Nabhi means the center, in which all other things are taking shelter, and all other things are structured or put together. So, that is the Nabhi. So, Aham Devebhyascha Purvam. And compared to all the Devas, I am the first one. Deva means all other things like, say, Vishnu, Shiva, all these names are visualized in that Hiranyagarbha only, isn't it? In Veda, Hiranyagarbha means what all we say as Ramudu, Krishnudu, Rama, Krishna, then Nrasimhavataram, Samadaravatam, all these things, and all the divinities whom we come across in the Veda, that is Agni, Varuna, Indra, all these things. Indra, of course, sometimes the word Indra is used to indicate Brahman, depending on the sense and the context rather. So, all these Vishnu, Shiva, all these names, all the things are visualized in Hiranyagarbha only. So, Devebhyascha Purvam. I am that Hiranyagarbha which was born, which is something prior to these Devas. Then, Amrutasya Nabhihi. I am the center of that Amrutam. Amrutam is that Ananda Swarupam. That Ananda Swarupam, Atma Swarupam, Ananda Swarupam is that Amrutam, isn't it? Amrutasya, and from where there is no, having realized it, there is no, say, samsara. Samsara is again birth and death. So, it is freedom from birth, death and release from that whole thing. Amrutasya Nabhihi. What is the meaning of Amrutatvasya Nabhihi? Madhyam. Madhyam means Matsamstham Amrutatvam Praninam. Praninam Amrutatvam. Of all the beings, what all they aspire for, that is Amrutatvam. Their Amrutatvam is in me. Amrutatvam means, I am the center. I am that Ananda Swarupa. My nature is that of Ananda, that of Atma. I am the same Atma Swarupa. I am that Ananda Swarupa. And the whole, what all the pranis, all the beings of the world, what all they aspire for, that Amrutatvam is my own self. So that is a realization. Basically, that is a realization of a jnani. Then next line is Ahamanna badantama. No. Yoma dadati saideva ma vaha. That is the one who gives me. He is protecting me. Suppose I have some 100 rupees with me. I am giving to somebody. So I am protecting that. So in that sense, Yoma dadati, the one who gives me, protects me. Not only protects me, protects me. Ma vaha. So here, of course, let us read the Bhashyam first. Yah kaschit mam annam annarthibhyo dadati prayachati annatmana braviti sa id ittham evam avinashtam yatha bhutam यथा भूतम मावाह अवति इत्यर्थः. यो यह कश्चित means anyone who. यह कश्चित is anyone who. Ma means mam. Ma actually means mam. Mam means me. Whoever gives me mam. Annam in the form of this annam, not necessarily food. The shape, the whole Annatma, Annam as glorified as Atma. Annarthibhyo dadati. Whoever comes and asks for food, you can take the meaning of food also here by the structure of this sentence. So anarthibhyah yah mam dadati. Whoever gives me to people who are seeking food, dadati is prayachati, means gives. Then anatmana braviti, and also tells them that Atma is in the form of this Annam. Atma is manifesting as this Annam. Or rather, Annam is nothing but a manifestation of this Atma. So he has to tell. We have to tell also, it seems. Annatmana braviti. So while giving food also, this Annam is Brahma Swarupam. So that we have to say. Annatmana braviti. Sa id is this sa idevama shvaha, idevama vaha. That is id eva. It means itham, in this manner. You know what is itham? Itham means in this manner. Evam. Sa id itham evam. In this manner, itham is same as evam. Itham evam. Evam avinashtam yathabhutam. So that even if I am given, I am not lost. Avinashtam yathabhutam. It is not vinashta. When I am given to somebody else, I am not going to disappear. I am going to prosper. I am going to multiply. So in that sense, avinashtam yatha bhutam. So though you are giving me to somebody else, I am not lost. I am there. So avinashtam yatha bhutam. Suppose you are a teacher. You are teaching something to somebody. You are not losing it. In fact, you are gaining. So that is the meaning given by Sayana. Of course, Sayanacharya gives that meaning. So he says, यह आचार्यः माम एवं विध परमात्मानं ददाति शिष्येभ्यः उपदिशति स इत् स एव आचार्यः एवं उक्त प्रकारेण परमात्मतां बोधयित्वा शिष्यान् अवति. So that is what he says. So he says माम एवं विध परमात्मानं. माम refers to it can mean Annam or it can mean Paramatma. Annam is glorified as Paramatma, isn't it? So you can tell both the meanings. So Sayanacharya has given this meaning and also what Shankaracharya says. So whoever gives to dadati, shishyebhyah upadishati, whoever teaches the students, sa it, sa eva acharyaha, in this manner, having taught Paramatmatam bodhayitva, shishyan avati. So he saves these students. He protects the students. Avadhatu. Avadhatu, you know, avatu mam, avatu vaktava means protect. Avatu, may that supreme thing protect us, isn't it? So sishyebhyah datva avati. So he is preserving that education. He is preserving that knowledge. So that is the thing. He is preserving that Atma Jnana. So you visualize what this Upanishad is saying. So suppose the Swamijis are busy doing some pujas and kumbhabhishekams and whatnot. So he is not protecting this Brahma Vidya. So it is a corollary, isn't it? Suppose the Swamijis, they don't teach Gita Bhashyam, they don't teach anything else, they only perform pujas and then say do some other kumbhabhishekams, etc. Obviously they are not protecting it. So that is the point. So evam ukta prakarena paramatmanam bodhayitva shishyan avati. Athava, so he also gives this meaning, this Sayana. Athava yahpuman udarassan maam uktamannarupam. So this is what the other meaning also he gives. So that is what Shankaracharya says is about food. Whoever gives food, he is not losing it. On the other hand, he is giving me in a form that he is not losing it. The other man is gaining. He is protecting me. Or the Vidya Sampradaya, the Atma Jnana, having taught to the students, he is protecting me, he is protecting the students. So that is the picture. So yah punaranyo maam adatva arthibhyah kale prapte annamatti tam annamadantam bhakshayantam purusham aham annameva samprati admi bhakshayami. Okay. So yah punaha, on the other hand, the one who, yah punaha is on the other hand the one who, anyaha maam adatva arthibhyah, without giving me to the arthi. Arthi means one who requests is arthi. Prarthayati. Arthi. Vidyarthi. Arthibhyah kale prapte annamatti. at the lunch time. Suppose there is an arthi. Kale prapte means when that lunch time is there. Bhojanam time is bhojana kale prapte. So annamatti, he himself swallows. He himself eats. He sees that nobody else is there, and then he quietly picks up and eats. So that sort of person. Annamatti tam annamadantam. So this is the bhashyam for aham annamadantamadmi. Aham annam, I who am annam, annamadantam. The one who is eating annam, admi, I am going to eat, I am eating. That is the thing. Tam annam adantam bhakshayantam. The one who is eating that food, aham annameva, I am annameva san, samprati, immediately. Samprati, now. Samprati means now. Now, admi, bhakshayami, I am going to eat that person who is not giving to others. So the Sayana also gives that meaning, and also he quotes Bhagavad Gita line. What is that line? Kevala bhunjate de tvagam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. That line is there. There is another Shruti which says Kevala gho bhavati kevaladi. Kevala adi. Kevaladi means one who eats by not giving to others. Kevaladi. He doesn't give to anybody else. Kevalam, he eats. So such person, Kevala gho bhavati. He agaha. Agaha means papi, papaha. So he becomes a sinner. Kevalaghaha. He, by eating without giving to others, he is only getting sin. So that is what he says. So, aham admi, bhakshayami. So in this way, I am eating him because he is becoming a sinner. Then atraha,
Atraha
evam tarhi bibhemi sarvatmatva prapter mokshat.
एवं तर्हि विवेकी सर्वात्मत्व प्राप्तेर मोक्षात्
Astu samsara eva.
अस्तु संसार एव
Yato muktopi
यतो मुक्तोऽपि
aham annabhutaha
अहम् अन्नभूतः
adyasyam annasya.
अद्यस्याम् अन्नस्य.
So a question arises. Okay, you are getting moksham and whatnot, and then you are realizing that you are becoming annam. And then by giving annam, by not giving annam, annam is going to eat me. So why should I aspire for moksha? I am very happy, content with my own world. I am content with my wife, children, and then punarjanma and whatnot. I will be doing all dharma karyas. I will be just having birth in the same world, and then I will have a nice time. Why should I aspire for moksha? So that is the question. Atra aha, there is a doubt here. Evam tarhi, if it is so, evam tarhi, bibhemi sarvatmatva prapter mokshat, mokshat bibhemi. Mokshat bibhemi. That means I am scared of this moksha. I am afraid of this moksha. And what is this moksha? Sarvatmatva praptehe mokshat. This sarvatmatva prapti, which is moksham. Moksham means sarvatmatva prapti. That is attainment, realization that he is one with everything. So this sort of moksha I don't want, because astu samsara eva. Let me have samsara only. Astu samsara eva. Because yataha means because muktopi aham. Even if I am muktaha, even if I am real mukta means an emancipated. Mukta literally means not exactly realized. You can say liberated. Even if I get moksha, moksha, that is better. Even if I achieve moksha, then what is going to happen? Aham annabhutaha, because even if I am a moksha, I am annabhuta. I am actually annam. And then adyaha syam annasya. Adyaha syam means I will be the food. Adyaha means something which is eaten. It is adya. Adyaha syam means I will be something which is going to be the food for annam. Annam mati, isn't it? Annam is only eating annam. Same thing is annam, same thing is annadam, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, though I am a liberated person, even though I am a liberated person, I still continue to be annam, and I still continue to be the thing, food for somebody else.
Yeah.
Suppose I do not give food to somebody else, then I will be the sinner, and I will be a kevala go bhavati kevaladi and whatnot. So let me have samsara. This is much better. So these are all questions. These are all certain things which explain why people are not very much bothered about moksha. People are not much bothered about moksha because moksha does not promise you, say, a nice place like heaven, isn't it? After all, from an ordinary man's point of view, you see, heaven is something which is a nice promise. You go there, have some nice drink, and then dance with some nice women and whatnot. So that is what is Swarga. Where is moksha? There is nothing. You are not going to attain anything. You are not going to any new place. You are only realizing that you are one with everything. Your Atma is the same as everything. And you are that all, you are not different from that all-pervading conscience and consciousness and whatnot. So what is it you are gaining apart from this awareness? So that is why these are all certain things. From an ordinary man's point of view, such questions are put and again answered. So Shankaracharya is again answering, Evam ma bhaishihi
एवं मा भैषीः
samvyavahara vishayatvat sarvakamashanasya.
संव्यवहार विषयत्वात् सर्वकामाशनस्य.
So, evam ma bhaishihi. Oh, don't be afraid, don't be scared in this manner. Evam means in this manner. Ma bhaishihi means don't be scared. Why? Samvyavahara vishayatvat sarvakamashanasya. So this sarvakamashanaha, the one who is the enjoyer of all kama. Sarvakama asanaha means the one who is having all this kamaha, sarvakamaha as food. He is the sarvakama, the one who is the enjoyer of all. Sarvakama asanaha means the one who is enjoyer of all. Enjoyer of all annam in the whole universe. So that is it. Sarvakama asanasya, kamanni, kamarupi, that is what he is referring to. Sarvakama asanasya samvyavahara vishayatvat. It is only from the empirical point of view. It is only from the point of view of ignorance. At the Advaita, not at the absolute level, but from a transactional level, all this discussion is being done. You see, there is a Jnani, but the Jnani, he also sees what is happening at the empirical level. So, though he is a Jnani, he is surprised to see that he is manifesting, this Atma is manifesting as Annam and Annadam. So that is why he sang that. That is why he told this Aham Annado, etc., etc. It doesn't mean that he is going to be eaten like that, he is going to suffer and whatnot. So all that thing is from the point of view of an ordinary man. So this rule called Annam Annadaha, if you don't give food to others, etc., etc., all these things, it applies to Anatmajnani. An Atmajnani, it does not mean an Atmajnani can be miserly. If he is miserly, he is not Atmajnani. So, Atmajnani, by definition, he is having that Sarvatmatva Bhava. So naturally, he cannot hide food. Simply, he cannot hide food. If he hides food, it is very clear that he is not Atmajnani. So, in the case of Atmajnani, it doesn't arise at all. So, what all is being taught is at the Samvyavahara level, at an empirical level. So, from an ordinary man's point of view, from the empirical point of view, sarvam sarvakamashanasya. Atitya ayam samvyavahara vishayam
अतीत्य अयं संव्यवहार विषयम्
annannadi lakshanam
अन्नान्नादि लक्षणम्
avidyakrutam
अविद्याकृतम्
vidyaya brahmattvamapannaha vidwan.
विद्यया ब्रह्मत्वमापन्नः विद्वान्
Vidwan, okay, we can stop there. Vidwan. Tasya naiva dvitiyam vastvantaramasti
तस्य नैव द्वितीयं वस्त्वन्तरमस्ति
yato bibheti
यतो बिभेति
ato na bhetavyam mokshat.
अतो न भेतव्यं मोक्षात्.
So, atitya ayam, this particular gentleman, ayam connects to vidwan, ayam vidwan. The next, in the same sentence, you have got that line vidwan. Ayam vidwan. All these things, atitya, having gone beyond, atitya, having transcended all this level. What? Samvyavahara vishayam anna annadi lakshanam. So this level which is characterized by anna and annada, this food and food eater level. So that plane of, that having transcended the plane called food and food eater, having gone beyond that level, and which is samvyavahara vishayam. So it is the subject matter, or it is something which is at an empirical level. It's an anna annadi lakshana is only at an empirical level. So having gone beyond, sa samvya, where is it? Avidyakrutam. This is again, all this is avidyakruta. All this is something which is presented before you by avidya. Then vidyaya, how is he transcending? Vidyaya. Atitya ayam vidyaya, having transcended by means of vidya, by means of Brahma Vidya. Then Brahmatva Mapannaha. He has attained that level of Brahmatva. He has attained or realized that his real self is the same as Brahman. And then Vidwan. For him, Vidwan, you can stop there. Tasya naiva dvitiyam vastvantaram asti. For him, there is no other object. There is nothing other than him. Vastvantaram means a vastu which is something different from him. For him, there is nothing which is different from him. He has attained that realization of sarvatmatvam. So there is nothing which is beyond him. Then yato bibheti. If at all there is something, he will be afraid. For him, there is nothing beyond him. So there is nothing to fear. So that is the point. Yato bibheti. Ataha na bhetavyam mokshat. So therefore, don't be afraid of moksha. So don't give any lame excuses. So the basic question, Shankaracharya is only saying that let us not give any lame excuses. Let us not say, okay, who wants moksham? I will be happy with my samsara, I will be happy with my dharma charana, I will be happy with samrambha, urosi, etc. Don't think like that. This is something different. Okay, then evam tarhi kimidam aha.
Evam tarhi kimidam aha.
Evam tarhi kim idam aha. So if that is so, then what else? What further? Kimidam aha. Ahamannada iti. Ahamannada iti. Uchyate. Oh, what he says is, evam tarhi, if this is so, why is this being told? Ahamannada iti. Why is it that the text is saying, I am the annam and I am the annada, etc. iti. Uchyate. It is being told, yoyam annannadi lakshanaha samyavaharaha karyabhutaha sa samyavahara vastu matrameva na paramartha vastu sa evam bhutopi brahmanimitto brahmavyatirekena asanniti krutva ब्रह्म विद्या कार्यस्य ब्रह्म भावस्य स्तुत्यर्थम उच्यते अहमन्नम अहमन्नादो इत्यादि Okay, evam tarhi kimidamah. The question is, if that is so, if it is only at the, say, if you are asking me not to be afraid and whatnot, but the Shruti is saying ahamannam, ahamannada, etc. Why is it being told? So again he is explaining what he has told earlier. He is explaining yoyam annannadi lakshanaha samyavaharaha. All this empirical discussion, at the empirical level. What annadi lakshana? All this, what all discussion or talk or this debate about food and food eater, etc., etc. It is all at the level of at the empirical level. Karya bhutaha. It is karya by nature. It is all karya. Atma is karanam and all this is karyam. Karya bhutaha. Sa means that samyavahara. All this discussion. It is referring. This sa is referring to that samyavahara. Nannadi lakshanaha samyavahara. Saha. Samvyavahara matrameva na paramartha vastu. It is only at the level of samvyavahara matrameva. It is only at an empirical level, not at the absolute level. Na paramartha vastu. All this is not paramartha. It is not real at the absolute level. Then sa evam bhutopi. Saha means the same thing. Sa means referring to the same samvyavahara. Sa does not mean to a person. It is referring to the same samvyavahara. This annavannadi lakshanaha samyavaharaha. Evam bhutopi. Though it is of this nature. Evam bhutopi. Though it is of this nature. Brahmanimittaha brahmavyatirekena asanniti krutva. So okay, you are saying this annada, this is all at the empirical level. But does it have any independent existence apart from Brahma? It does not have independent existence apart from Brahma. This annam, annada, etc. It is asat, isn't it? So, Brahma nimittaha, it is because of Brahma. Brahma is the karanam for all this. Brahma nimittaha means it is something which has come from Brahma. It is because of Brahma it is existing. Then Brahma vyatirekena asan. Apart from Brahman. Brahma vyatirekena means apart from Brahman. It is all asat. It is not something which is apart from Brahman. Iti krutva Brahma vidya karyasya Brahma bhavasya stutyartham. You see, Brahma vidya karyam. All this is Brahma Vidya Karyam, Atma Vidya Karyam, isn't it? Vidya Karyam is Phalam, Vidya Phalam. By that realization, by that Vidya, what is it you are realizing? That realization is the Phalam, isn't it? Apart from realization, there is no other phalam. Apart from realization that all this thing is unreal and empirical and whatnot, and realization that you are one with that Supreme, apart from this realization, there is no other phalam, isn't it? Brahma Vidya Karyasya means Brahma Vidya Phalasya, Brahma Bhavasya. This Annam is nothing but Brahma. So that is that Brahma Bhavasya. Stutyartham uchyate. In order to extol, in order to praise that Anna Bhava, the Karyam also is as good as that Karanam. So that is it. That Karanam, because it is not, it doesn't have any independent existence apart from Brahman. It doesn't have any independent existence apart from Brahman. So that is the reason why you are also praising it as Brahma. That's all. Stutyartham uchyate. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Aham Annam, Aham Annam, Aham Annam. So 3 times he is saying, I am Annam. Then similarly he is also saying, Aham Annado, Aham Annado, Aham Annada. I am the eater, etc. Ityadi. So therefore, what is the, say, conclusion? Ato bhayadi dosha gandhopi
Ato bhayadi dosha gandhopi
avidya nimittaha
avidya nimittaha
avidyochhedat
avidyochhedat
brahmabhutasya nasti
brahmabhutasya nasti
iti. Okay, nasti iti, full stop. You can put a full stop there. So, ataha, therefore, bhayadi dosha gandhopi avidya nimittaha bhayadi dosha gandhaha. So, even an iota of, even a trace of dosha gandha, gandha means does not mean smell. Dosha gandha means an iota, even a small trace. Even a small trace of this, say, bhaya, even a small trace of fear is because of avidya. Even if you have a small trace of fear, it is due to some small trace of avidya. Isn't it? So avidya dosha gandhopi, avidya, sorry, this bhayadi dosha gandhaha. This bhaya is a dosha, it is a defect. Bhaya means a defect. The fear is actually, it is a defect in thinking. Fear means a defect in thinking. That dosha gandhopi, even if it's an iota or a very small trace of that fear, it is due to avidya nimittam. Isn't it? Avidya nimittaha. Then avidyochhedat brahmabhutasya. A person, for somebody who has become Brahman by avidya uchcheda. Uchcheda means plucking out. Something like a plant. Uchcheda. That is something, he is just plucking it out by the roots and throwing it. Avidyochheda. There is not a single root remaining. So avidyochhedat. Avidyochhedat brahmabhutasya. For the person who has become Brahma, who has realized Brahma by literally plucking out this avidya, then brahmabhutasya nasti. Bhayadi leshagandhaha api nasti. Nasti has to be connected to bhayadi doshagandhaha. Even a small iota of fear is not there for a realized person who has plucked out this avidya, who has thrown away this avidya. Then next line, aham vishwam. The next line is aham vishwam bhuvanam abhyabhavam. That line. Aham. Where are we? Aham. Yeah. Vishwam samastam.
Vishwam samastam.
Bhuvanam bhutaihi sambhajaniyam brahmadibhihi.
Bhuvanam bhutaihi sambhajaniyam brahmadibihi.
Bhavanti iti va asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam.
Bhavanti iti va asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam.
Abhyabhavam abhibhavami pareshwarena swarupena. Pareneshwarena swarupena.
Abhyabhavam abhibhavami pareneshwarena swarupena.
Okay, this 2 lines. This 1 line. Aham vishwam bhuvanam abhyabhavam. That line. So aham. And who is this aham? This is Brahma, Vidwan. Then vishwam. Vishwam means samastam. Vishwa is something which is samastam, the entire vishwam. Bhuvanam. Bhuvanam, he is giving 2 meanings. Bhuvanam bhutaihi sambhajaniyam brahmadibhihi. That is brahmadibhihi bhutaihi sambhajaniyam. That which is enjoyed by all the beings starting from Brahma. That which is this Vishwam, this whole universe, which is the food, which is being enjoyed by all the beings. That is what is called Bhuvanam. Brahmadibhihi bhutaihi sambhajaniyam. Sambhajaniyam means something which is enjoyed, something which is the food, something which is the support for all these people, for all the beings. Sambhajaniyam. So this Vanam If you recall, we saw it in Kenopanishad also. The last line, Tadvanam nama tadvanam ityupasitavyam tadvanam vanam sambhajaniyam. Shankaracharya commentary, if you recall, vanam sambhajaniyam, there we saw. Vanam is something which is sambhajaniyam, something which is the support for everybody, something which is sought after by everybody, something which is the food for everybody. So that is it, sambhajaniyam. Bhoktum yogyam, that is it. So, bhutaihi sambhajaniyam brahmadibhihi. That is, brahmadibhihi bhutaihi sambhajaniyam. Bhavanti iti va asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam. The second meaning is this bhuvanam. Bhavanti asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam. All the beings, they exist in that. They survive, they exist in that. So there are two meanings also we can say. Then abhyabhavam is abhibhavami. Abhibhava means actually abhibhava means to defeat somebody. To defeat somebody. Here, in the context, this meaning is abhibhavati parena ishvarena swarupena. In the form of that supreme being, parena ishvarena swarupena, in the form of that supreme controller, ishvarena swarupena, I am the person who is upasamharami. Abhibhavami, the meaning given by Anandagiri is abhibhavami. For that, he gives the meaning upasamharami. Where is it? Abhibhavami avaha. Abhibhavami upasamharami ityarthaha, writes Anandagiri. Upasamharami means resolve back. This whole universe, I am resolving back. Because when you are Brahman, then what is happening in this Brahman? There is a Srushti, there is a Sthiti and Laya. You are the creator of everything, and you are the sustainer of everything. And naturally you are also the source for, where you are also the place where all that thing is resolved. All the thing gets back. So that is the meaning here. So, samastam bhuvanam abhyabhavami, abhibhavami, pareneshwarena swarup, parena ishwarena swarupena. In that supreme form, I am the source for upasamhara. Srushti sthiti upasamhara, isn't it? Upasamhara means resolving back, withdrawing into the self. So that is it. I am the, say, in the sense of laya, srushti sthiti laya. I am the cause for that laya also. Pareneshwarena swarupena. Is that line clear?
Yes.
Then, Suvarna Jyotihi.
Suvarna Jyotihi.
So this is the line. Suvarna Jyotihi evam Veda. So that is Suvarna Jyotihi. Suvaha na Jyotihi. It is not Naha. It is not Menau Naha. It is Suvaha na Jyotihi. Na is Iva. In Veda, the letter Na means Iva. Iva means like. Suvarna Jyotihi. Suvaha is Aditya. Suva is sun. He is going to explain. Suvarna Jyotihi.
Suvarna Jyotihi.
Suvar Adityo.
Suvar Adityo.
Nakara Upamarthe.
Nakara Upamarthe.
Suvaha Adityo. Suvaha means Adityaha. That is the meaning. Suva means Suvaha is Adityaha. Antariksha level, isn't it? Adityaha, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. At that Suvaha level, Aditya is the person. Nakaraha Upamarthe. This Nakara Upamarthe. Upamartha is Upama Vachakam. Iva is Upama Vachakam. If you know this Upama Alankara, there is Upamana, Upameya and Upama Vachakam, isn't it? Upama Vachakam means that word which indicates the comparison. So suppose I say your face is like the moon. Of course, moon is an old phrase. Chandra Mukhaya is something that is an old comparison. Okay, you are like a say red rose, let us say. Let me say. You is the person who is being compared to. Then Upameya, that is Upameya. Upamanam is red flower. Like is that Upama Vachakam. Iva is that Upama Vachakam means that word which explains the equation, the similarity between these two. So that is that Upama Vachakam. So Nakaraha Upamarthe. This Na is in the sense of is the Upama Vachakam. So Suvarna Jyotihi means my is understood here. Mama Jyotihi Suvaha Na. That is my say brilliance or my shining is that of Adityaiva Asakrud Vibhatam Asmadiyam Jyotihi. Let us read this also.
Yes.
आदित्यैव असकृद् विभातम्
आदित्यैव सकृद् विभात
इव सकृत् आदित्यैव असकृद् विभातम् असकृत् means always sakrut means once upon only once in a way it is not once in a way asakrut vibhatam आदित्यैव असकृद् विभातम्
आदित्यैव असकृद् विभातम्
अस्मदीयं ज्योतिः प्रकाशः इत्यर्थः
अस्मदीयं ज्योतिः प्रकाश इत्यर्थः
So my prakasha, my brilliance, my say what can we say, shining, not shining exactly, brilliance let us say, my splendor or brilliance is comparable to that Aditya. Aditya iva asakrut, always vibhati, it shines, vibhati. Bha, you know what is the meaning of bha? Shining. Vibhati, asmadiyam jyotihi, my jyoti, my brilliance is shining like that of Aditya. Then iti vallidvaya, last thing is the last word. What is that? Evam Veda ityupanishatu. We are coming to that. Iti vallidvaya vihitopanishat
इति वल्लीद्वय विहितोपनिषत्
paramatma jnanam
परमात्मज्ञानम्
tam yetam yathoktam upanishadam
ताम् एताम् यथोक्ताम् उपनिषदम्
shanto danta uparata stitikshuh samahito bhutva
शान्तो दान्त उपरत स्थितिक्षुः समाहितो भूत्वा
भृगुवत तपो महद आस्थाय
भृगुवत् तपो महदास्थाय
य एवं वेद तस्य इदं फलं यथोक्तम् ओम इति
य एवं वेद तस्य इदं फलं यथोक्तं मोक्ष इति
यथोक्तम् ओम इति my book says, your book says moksha, doesn't matter. Let us read the last iti also. इति श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य
इति श्री परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य
गोविंद भगवत पूज्यपाद शिष्य
गोविंद भगवत पूज्यपाद शिष्य
श्रीमत् शंकर भगवतः कृतौ
श्रीमत् शंकर भगवतः कृतौ
तैत्तिरीयोपनिषदि
तैत्तिरीयोपनिषदि
भृगुवल्ली भाष्ये दशमोऽनुवाकः
भृगुवल्ली भाष्य दशमोऽनुवाकः
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. That is the shanti patha here. Okay, this last line, you see, last two lines. इति वल्लीद्वय विहितोपनिषद इति वल्लीद्वय विहिता उपनिषद. It becomes vihitopanishad. Iti vallidvaya vihita upanishad. Vallidvaya vihita means that which has been prescribed. Vihita, vidhi means prescription. Vihitam means something which is prescribed, which has been instructed. Vallidvaya vihita, that which has been instructed in this Vallidvayam, that Anandavalli and Bhruguvalli. What about the earlier Valli, Shikshavalli? There, Iti Upanishadu, we had seen earlier. So there, that word Vallidvaya. So that word, it was there already. So that is why it is not included here. Vallidvaya vihita Upanishad. Or rather, there, whatever is in Shikshavalli are upasanas mostly. So this is Upanishad. This is the actual rahasyam. This is the real essence. That is Upanishad. Paramatma Jnanam. The real Paramatma Jnanam is this. Then tam yetam yathoktam Upanishadam. So the Upanishad, the secret or rahasya which is of that nature, yathoktam Upanishadam, then how are we supposed to say follow that path? Shanto dantaha uparataha. Shanto danta uparata sitishu. All these words are from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Shantaha, shama dhatu. From the not shama. Shama is antarindriya nigraha. So shanti, danti, uparati, titiksha, they are all what? Sadhana Chatushtaya. They come under Sadhana Chatushtaya. Ihamatra Phalabhoga Viraga, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. So that you recall that phrase. So there, Shantaha. Shanti is Antarindriya Nigraha is Shama. So that situation is called Shanti. A person who has attained that Shama is said to be Shantaha. Danta, Dama, it comes from Dama. Dama is Bahyendriya Nigraha. So we have to have Antarindriya Nigraha, that is control of the mind and the senses, and also Bahyendriya Nigraha, also control of the body. Then Uparataha, Uparati also we know. Rati means interest. Uparati means withdrawal. Rama, Uparamate. Here it is Viramate. Virati or Uparati is withdrawal from those things. Then Titikshuhu. Titiksha also we have seen. What Sitoshna Sukha Dukhayoho, say dukheshvanudvignamanaha, sukheshu vigataspruhaha, vitaraga bhayakrodha. We have seen all that in Gita. That is enduring the dualities with equanimity. Enduring the dualities with equanimity. That is titiksha. Titiksha means endurance. Endurance does not mean that you are forcibly sitting and then though the heat is, though there is a lot of pain, you are outwardly very stiff and not like that. Titiksha. That is by understanding, by proper realization. You are above that. You are above when something difficult is there, you don't cry, and then when something some windfall is there, you don't celebrate. You are quite normal. In all dualities, you are quite normal. You neither get excited, you are neither scared or anything like that. You are beyond the dualities. And then enduring the dualities with basically is equanimity. That is it. Samahito bhutva. Samahitaha. Samadhi. That is equanimity. Samahito bhutva. Bhruguvat tapo mahad asthaya. Bhruguvat mahat tapaha asthaya. That is having done great contemplation. Like Bhrugu, Bhruguvat, like Bhrugu, Mahat Tapaha Asthaya, having performed great tapas like Bhrugu. Tapas means, does not, tapas we know, tapa alochane, that is contemplation, thinking, meditation. Having done that, ya evam veda, the one who realizes this. So for him, tasya idam phalam yatoktam. So for him, this is the phalam. Whatever has been told, that moksha, that realization, that is the phalam. Your book says mokshamiti. It is also clear. Om iti. Also it is basically to indicate that the bhashyam is over. Usually when say you are concluding a text, you either say iti sham, you must have seen, or om iti. So like that, iti om, iti sham. So that is the way in which a text is concluded. So it indicates the conclusion of the text. So here we have concluded the text. In the next class we will do a summary of the whole Taittiriya Upanishad. So we'll do like that. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.